Celebrate Black History Month with Philadelphia's innovative entrepreneurs. Sponsored by Visit Philadelphia.
Opera Philadelphia will have a special treat for you this weekend. Their composer-in-residence, Tyshawn Sorey, will premiere a brand new work on their digital channel. It's inspired by the poem Save the Boys, an 1887 poem written by abolitionist, writer, and Black women's rights activist Frances Ellen Watkins Harper. And you might be familiar with some of this beautiful music. And we are proud to have John Holliday here with us this morning. John, how are you doing? Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. I'm so happy to be with you on Aunyea. It's just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful to be with everybody in Philadelphia. It's one of my second homes. So thanks for having me on the show.
Yes, yes. You know, you brought such a unique, beautiful, rich sound to the voice. Just talk a little bit about what that experience was like for you.
Being on The Voice was one of the wildest, most beautiful dream come trues that I could have ever imagined in my life. It was so much fun. I had a blast with John Legend and Kelly and Blake and Gwen and the other contestants who were on the show. And it was just really incredible. It's something that I've never experienced in my life. And it's something that I'll remember for the rest of my life. I had such an amazing time being able to share my gift with the entire world, especially in a time when I am certain that everyone is craving just a little bit more of beauty rather than all the other stuff that's going around. And so it was my privilege and honor to be able to share some beauty and some hope with everyone. So it was a lot of fun.
Yes, and you know, not only did you share your gift with the world, but you received some gifts and some blessings in return from doing so, which led to one of your latest endeavors, working with Opera Philadelphia. How would you describe your work with them and what people can expect to hear?
Well, I had worked with Opera Philadelphia in 2017 in their inaugural festival of, they called it O17. I really fell in love with that opera company then, and we had been working on something kind of special we didn't want to tell anybody about. And then along came Tyshawn Sorey, who is this extremely prolific composer, a genius. And I was flown into Philadelphia to sing with him so that he could understand what my voice does. And then Tyshawn wrote this incredible piece, Save the Boys, with this amazing text by Frances Ellen Watkins Harper. So I'm really excited that I got an opportunity to do that, especially because Philadelphia does feel like a second home of mine. So I'm excited that it brought me back to Philadelphia.
And you know, John, you have such a unique opportunity to introduce new audiences to the world of opera. What would you say to the younger generation to sort of get them to expand their musical tastes?
Well, I think that it's important for young people, because I'm also a professor of voice. I teach at the Conservatory of Music at Lawrence University. And so it's really important for me to see young people going the distance, to not be afraid to sing, especially young men. I feel like all the time that it's often the young men that get deterred from singing because it's not the cool thing to do. But I would encourage them to keep going the distance, to keep singing, to do the things that make their heart soar, SOAR, and to just go and do all the things that make you happy. And in terms of singing opera, opera is not what it used to be. It's so much more multifaceted, and there's so many different variations of what opera has become today that's so important. And to me, it's one of the best ways that we show our emotion and we show the power of text.
Yeah. And John, you mentioned that Philly is sort of like your second home. What is it that you love about Philly so much?
Everyone in Philadelphia just seems to be so kind. And it has been so helpful to me that I was a part of Opera Philadelphia's inaugural O17 season, and they just treated me like I was one of their own. Like I have always felt like I belonged in Philadelphia. Like I said, everyone has been kind. I have never had a bad interaction in Philadelphia. I guess it's just the city, you know, of brotherly love. So, you know, I'm just
there you go.
You know.
Well, you know, you do belong in Philly. You belong everywhere, and your voice deserves to be heard everywhere. So thank you for bringing us this gift, as you call it. Save the Boys premieres tomorrow on Opera Philadelphia's channel. And, of course, we'll have more information for you in the Philly Live section of NBC10.com and the NBC10 app. John Holliday, thank you so much for joining us on Philly Live.
Thank you. Thank you. It was my pleasure.